I'm Dr. Kristin Morgan. I'm an assistant professor at Appalachian State University, which is in the western mountains of North Carolina, if anyone knows where that is. It's much cooler there than the rest of the South. And I'm here at the British Society of Criminology to present a paper that a colleague of mine have done looking at fee reductions for our assigned counsel, which are defense attorneys in North Carolina. And we were really interested to see what was the effect of fee reductions that were put into place in 2011. So it's an hourly pay for these attorneys, and the fee was reduced from $75 an hour to $60 an hour for felony cases, which is pretty low. For these attorneys. They're already not making a lot of money on the assigned cases compared to what they would end up making for private cases they would take, thousands less. So what we thought with the fee reduction is we might lose some attorneys, right? There'd be fewer attorneys willing to take these assigned cases. And we did see that. We found that attorneys dropped out of our assigned counsel pool. They didn't want to take these cases anymore. But we found that the attorneys who stayed in the pool then had more cases. They had a higher caseload. And so we wanted to see how that impacted then the work they put in on the case in terms of case outcomes. And what we found is that even though they were putting more hours in on every case, possibly to make up for that fee reduction, they're still getting paid less than they were from before the fee reduction, about on average $100 less per case. So taking that on the average number of cases they have a year, they're making about $3 or $4 grand less a year. So it's not a small amount they're missing. But they're putting in more hours in those cases, so maybe not surprisingly, we didn't see a change in case outcome then. That is, we saw the same percentage of guilty pleas on average, the same percentage of cases that went to trial. We saw the same percentage of cases that were dismissed. What we did see a difference in, though, that was interesting, is a change in the charge reduction. So what that is that we saw that in places where attorneys had higher caseloads, they were less successful in getting those felony charges reduced to either lower felonies or possibly even a misdemeanor, which would have sentencing implications for these clients, right? They might face a lesser prison sentence with a lower felony, or even only probation if they got a misdemeanor. And we did see a small change in sentence as well. So we found that more of these cases then were getting a prison sentence, fewer were getting probation or just fines and fees as the most severe sentence. And so there's some real implications not only for attorney pay from our research, but also for potentially outcomes for clients. And in the long run, are those prison sentences, the question of course, costing the taxpayers more than just paying the assigned counsel the $75. So the next steps for that, we're going to hopefully talk to some of our, we call them PAC attorneys, privately assigned counsel attorneys, former and current, see what their thoughts were, why they stopped taking cases, why they're still taking cases, and what they think the impact of the fee reduction is.